It's W from W Investing back to give you a little bit of a heads up on the Tractor Supply Company earnings report after the bell. Tractor Supply Company has been a very good stock for quite some time. It's been on the Investors Business Daily top 50 list for several months. It's been one of the top stocks of the year. It's up, well over 25% in the last few months. It's every time it hits its 20-day moving average, it's up like 4 or 5% the next day. The company recently came out with a press release saying that they were going to adjust earnings higher. That's what this heavy move higher in mid-April was. But they're actually going to report earnings today. Looking at a long-term chart, you can see that it's gone from $20 back in March of 2009 to about $100 now. You'd have 5 times your investment, but most people weren't investing back in March of 2009 at the credit crisis issue with the credit crisis issues. But that's neither here nor there. And we're really not worried about what's happened in the past. We're worried about what's going to happen in the future. So Tractor Supply Company recently said that earnings were going to be better, which I've had this happen with stocks before. Lululemon was one of them that did. And it popped the day that it made that earnings or made the announcement. But then when earnings actually came out, it really didn't do all that much. It was actually down the next day. So most of you know that I love the 20-day moving average as a short-term support level. And as you've seen since the beginning of 2012, this 20-day has really held for Tractor Supply Company. And today, we're at about $97, almost $98, and the 20-day moving average is down here at 95. If the earnings report isn't as solid as some of the analysts predict and the revenue comes in a little light or, a miss on the top or bottom line, I would expect a drop down to this $95 level, and I would love to see support here. If it's a terrible earnings report, we could drop down to the 50-day moving average around $90 a share. I think that would be a great buying opportunity. But as we all know, anything can happen with an earnings report with a high-flying stock like this. I've been an investor for some time. Remember that my advice is totally recreational. Don't take it for what it's worth. You're not paying anything for it. But this is just a little bit of technical analysis before the earnings report after the bell. I'm not really going to make a prediction because I don't know. I would assume that they're going to report a good number, seeing as just 2 weeks ago they said that earnings were going to come in a little stronger. But, anything can happen in the stock market. We've seen that. We've seen companies pre-announce that they're going to report a great quarter and then report a terrible quarter. I don't think Tractor Supply Company would do this. It's too good of a company. But we'll just see what happens. My indicators are showing that it's going to be pretty strong. It's going to be a good quarter. So we'll see what happens. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to comment below. And like the video if you do, in fact, like it.